Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
I'm Tracey.
I'm Carol.
And we are
my
Outlander Purgatory. See, I tried to do it the way you wanted to.
I tried to get it in there quick before I get cut off.
So how are you, Carol? Are you fully recovered from the weekend yet?
No.
Me either.
I have a bit of a sore throat, so just ice water this evening.
I am awfully thirsty. I think I'm going to drink some water.
I have one that's not opened.
You're so lucky. I should have thought to not open this one, but in the car on the way home, I was really thirsty. So
do you think anybody would want that? Maybe we should do a contest for an Outlander Starz water.
Tell us in the comments, you guys. Would you guys want one of these if we had a contest and gave it away?
Show it up close.
All right. Well, but half the world probably doesn't know what the hell this is. No, I didn't make this. So, all right. So, yes, we had a very busy weekend this weekend. For those of you who don't know, who've been living outside the Outlander verse this week, New York Comic Con happened this weekend. And so there were lots of fun things going on, and one of the things that went on at Comic Con was that Diana Gabaldon and Ron Moore, who's the producer of the Outlander TV series, appeared at Comic Con. All right, but anyway, so Starz had a special event for bloggers, web people, whatever, but then opened it to fans too. So we went to that.
Oh, did we go to that?
Oh, we so went there.
Yes.
Went there. It was like it was a challenge to get there. Probably more for you than for me because you had to rearrange your schedule.
Oh,
we all love Carol's husband.
He's
great. We all love her kids.
Let me tell you something.
Way patient.
Boyfriend took one for the team on Saturday. He was supposed to come with me. And we couldn't get a sitter in the city. I have a couple nieces who live in the city and they couldn't do it. And this one was working, blah, blah, blah. So he took the kids and went to FAO Schwartz. And went
serendipity, which I've never done. I've always wanted to do.
Serendipity, went all
whatever.
Places with my kids.
Had a good old time.
So that I could go and get an Outlander Starz water bottle. and carry it around my house like it's the golden egg.
Like a watermelon?
We'll get into Carol carrying a watermelon on more later. I carried a watermelon.
Anyway, but it was a small room. I think they were great. Every place was a great seat. It was it's called the McKittrick Hotel. If you're in New York, go there. It's awesome.
Go there. It's a theater. They have Macbeth on like 4 different floors, and during the show, you move from floor to floor to floor. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Except for the elevator, but no one's complaining.
Oh yeah. No, the elevator's a little small. Not so much on the way down, but on the way up, yes.
Oh, I didn't even notice on the way down.
And you know what? I don't even think we need to bore people with the rundown of what happened because let me just say you'll find like a million different videos of the actual Q&A.
Let me say this and let me just spit this out. And this is what I blogged on my OutlanderPurgatory.com. I am so impressed with Starz right now.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even begin to tell you how Starz went out of their way for us on Saturday. The fans, the bloggers, people with websites, the fans themselves. I've never in my life seen anything like this.
Oh, totally.
That a network put out such a spread and such an amazing Q&A with Diana Gabaldon and Ron Moore that we could all sit there and listen to them and ask them questions. It was like you were sitting in your living room with people. And all of that because Starz appreciates us. So I really want to make that point.
Totally. That. I worked in journalism a little. I mean, I'm in education now, but I worked in journalism, more of the journalism field, like in the, a while back. And so back like in the 90s, these kind of junkets were pretty common. Like, you get to go out to lunch and they, fly you here and there. I felt like I was back in the 90s with Starz. I felt like I was back in the 90s.
Back in the 90s.
Ooh, that's a long time ago. Where they were like whining and dining me. And like seriously, like they don't do that. They don't do that shit anymore. They don't do that anymore.
Well, apparently they do. And if you are one of these people who is like, I don't have stars, I'll watch it at Neighbors, or no.
I don't
Trust
think
me,
HBO would have done this.
Spend the money and get stars.
Yep.
They care about you.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now. And you know what? There's going to come a day when it's going to be snowing outside. You're not going to feel like going to your Neighbors, okay? You're not going to want to wait to watch a little James Alexander, Malcolm Mackenzie Fraser till like 2 weeks later on Netflix or something. No. You are going to get stars because they rock.
Yeah. I gotta say, because we were lucky enough to meet a lot of the PR reps and whatever at Starz.
They're so awesome.
They were awesome.
And let me tell you something. Tracey and I wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. No, Tracey and I would be like, yeah, we met the people from Starz. These girls know what they're doing.
Hang out with them like right now.
They care so much about our reactions and our opinions. They love their jobs, which is another way you totally know Starz rocks. They were so into it, and so, I hate to use the term in the moment, but that's what I'm going to say. They were just so into all of this with us. They had a ball with us, and I can't say.
They loved, like, Pocket Jamie, who made an appearance. We were telling them about the White Queen drinking game that we talked about in the last video. It's PJ. You guys, PJ was such a hit. Like seriously, like
PJ almost didn't come with me. I was like, do I bring him?
But no, I mean the Starz ladies were awesome and fun, and like we would hang out with them in a second. Like, so, this show is really in the right hands on a lot of levels. I mean, clearly Ron Moore is like, you can't do better than that. You can't do better than somebody who's like, yeah, I can't F this up or my wife will kill me.
Right. And I was just going to say, you can read everything online. You can read all of his information and why he's doing this and blah, blah, blah. But I do have to say this. The man's wife is a massive Outlander fan.
Right.
It's going to be done right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he knows where his bread is buttered. He knows.
And she's a costume.
She's the costume person.
Designer.
She's one of the costume people.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, like seriously, like he has a responsibility to fans, but at the end of the day, he has a responsibility to like, surviving another day at home.
Yeah.
So
you guys, could we have lucked out any more? I mean, we've been talking about an Outlander film or series for years. Could we have lucked out any more? No, we could not.
It was worth the wait because, like, think of how long we wait. I mean, we've been in on this now for 4 years, and I know that everybody else who's been fans way longer has waited way longer.
Right.
And we've gone through this iteration and that iteration, and this dude and that dude, and Catherine
and part two.
And, whatever
and
else.
Part two.
Right. But, like, totally worth the wait, you guys. Totally worth the wait. Carol, if we talk about nothing else in this video, I mean, we don't really need to talk about the Q&A, whatever, because you can watch that, and it's a lot of the same information that there was at Comic-Con.
Right.
But we have to talk about the behind-the-scenes video. Jesus
H. Roosevelt
Christ is all I have to say about that.
There was one moment in that video when I saw Jamie Fraser. My Jamie Fraser from my mind. Mm-hmm. There he was.
We should watch we should watch it right now. I don't have it queued up or anything.
It's not the whole video.
Well, no, there's the one that has somebody, and I posted this too, or one of us posted it. The whole 45-minute Q&A has the whole video. But like at one point,
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, because I'll cut that out and post it by itself. But the part where he was Jamie Fraser to me was earlier on, and you got to remember, he's not in costume. He's not in character. He's like riding horses, like training.
Well, there's like one moment where he's practicing the Gaelic and just like all the sword fights that they're practicing. Right. And I think there was Dougal in costume maybe at one point, and they're all like on horses.
I'm sorry.
What?
So I didn't even notice. I was just like, Jamie.
I don't know. I was just like, I gotta say, that was the one moment, because Carol and I really tried hard to like pump out the information as it was happening and take pictures and tweet stuff and Instagram stuff.
Which everybody was.
I was like, we're like this, right? And then I was like, I had heard about this video, so I knew perhaps we were gonna get it, and I went like this. And I just watched the video. And I was like, this is one thing I got to do just to experience it.
I don't know what I was thinking, but somehow I missed Sassenach.
It's the very last part.
I mean, I saw him say it. I just, for some reason, I was like looking down at my cameras. I don't know what I think at that moment I went, oh, I should be taping this. And I went, so no, like, it was like I didn't hear stuff, but I've watched it many times since, so I've heard it.
No, I thought about it, and then I was like, because I thought about taping the whole thing. I know they had some issues the day before trying to tape it, where like you weren't allowed, like Natasha from That's Normal had told me that they weren't allowed to actually tape the video the day before. So right. I was like, oh, I don't know if I could do this, and I was like, you know what? No, I need to like watch this. I'm going to be able to describe it better. And like disseminate the information better if I really experience it. So that was my mindset. I mean, like, you know, the thing that he and Katrina did was just like the two of them talking. It was perfect. It was perfect.
Tom's getting some ice water.
Oh, how's the water? Hi, Tom.
Hi.
So yeah, I mean, you couldn't have done better than that video. And then Ron like showed all these like artist renderings of the various locations and everything.
It was awesome.
It was so cool. It was so
cool. And how about that? They're going to go to Lollybrock. Oh, to Lollybrock. Hello. They're going to go to Leoc on their honeymoon, and we're going to see.
Oh my God! Yes.
And then it's going to come to life.
I'm sorry. That solidifies to me that Ron Moore is brilliant. I'm sorry, brilliant. I mean,
brilliant.
You almost have to wonder if Diana's like, why didn't I think of that? That's a really good idea. Ooh. You know, I mean,
you almost have to wonder if Diana said, well, that's fetching.
It's totally fetching.
Don't you totally love the word fetching because of Diana Gabaldon?
I will say this, and it's horrible to say, but that was like the fourth time I've heard that story. So that was like about a minute and a half where I furiously like tweeted out stuff and whatever.
But you know what? Honest to God, when Diana Gabaldon tells her stories that she has certain stories, if you've never seen her live, that she has to tell over and over again. So she sort of has like the speech memorized. And but honest to God, I pick out new things. There was something in there that I'm hitting Tracey and going, and Tracey's like, you just heard this a few months ago. Like, you've heard this before. And I was like, not this part. Like, there was, remember what it was? I don't even remember.
No, that was helpful to have that part.
I was totally dorking out over whatever it was.
But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. No, just the whole idea of Claire and Frank going to see Castle Leoc in ruins. Oh, my God. Like, the visual potential of that is, like, amazing. Okay,
and P.S., did you see where Outlander Kitchen posted something tonight, just a little while ago before we started Skyping? It was like a photo of like at night, a darkened street in the rain, and she said she heard a rumor that a certain ghost was looking up at a window.
Well, you just have to like picture, imagine that they're probably doing all of these exterior, Inverness, 1946 or whatever Inverness shoots, like now, like bang, 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 get them out. This is the thing. Today was a day, like, we'll circle back to Saturday in a second, but today was a day where all of these, like, pictures from the set are coming out. And, Carol, we've been talking about this some today. I'm almost getting to the point where, I mean, you're way bigger on spoilers than I am. I don't like spoilers either. You're way bigger, though, to the point where we also, are Twilight fans and, saw the movies. You didn't watch anything about, what was it, Eclipse or Breaking Dawn 1? Breaking Dawn 1.
Breaking Dawn 1. You know why?
Commercials, you turn off previews, so everything was fresh to you.
I had seen everything there was to see from Eclipse, and when I saw the film, I was like, Now, granted, Lara would say that's because Eclipse sucked. But Breaking Dawn 1 was awesome for me because I didn't watch anything. I didn't look. I closed my eyes. I didn't listen.
Right.
I left a movie theater because they were playing a preview, and I got up and walked out. So it was awesome. And that's kind of where I'm on the fence right now because, like, you see these pictures, like, JJ will say, they just come up on my news feed. I have no choice.
Yeah, I know.
She said that about this today, but
I think that we're going to see less of that as they, like, go to I'm sure they're going to a studio to film, like, all the Leoc scenes and whatnot. So they're not, when they're on location on a street and wherever they are, you're going to get a lot of pictures like that. But that's probably the same with any set.
Jamie in the kilt. Do you want to see it? Go.
No.
You're going to.
I don't think you are, though, because I think that's going to be... I mean, Jamie doesn't walk around the streets of Inverness in a kilt. He doesn't. It's all going to be in a more controlled environment. You know?
Total bummer.
They're going to be able to control people off the street taking photographs of that. So, you know, so I don't know. I'm kind of like, you know, I'm just retweeting them out now. But I mean, it's got me excited. I think seeing a lot more of them would get me like, I don't want to see anymore. This is like spoilers to me.
I totally agree.
You know, but it's whetted the appetite just enough. So all right, Saturday. So then there was the lunch. The lunch was awesome. They gave us wine, you guys. I mean, like, seriously. Like.
And bread pudding.
And those peaches. I have to get back to somebody about those peaches and mascarpone. They were awesome. But we were, like Carol said, we were lucky enough to, like, be able to chat with a lot of the Starz reps. We didn't, you know, there was a huge line to talk to Diana. We talked to Diana for, like, the briefest of seconds at the lunch itself. But we didn't stand in the line to, like, actually, like, talk to her more and take a picture and whatever. More just because...
We're still having bad flashbacks about waiting in line to see the lovely Diana Gabaldon.
Last time
2 a.m.
Until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But you know what? We've met her. She, like, at least knows who we are by now. So give other people a chance. We had to run. You had to be out.
Right.
But we did, because we had never met him before, we did figure instead we'll stand in the shorter Ron line. So we got to meet Ron Moore.
I was in shock at how short that line was. I was like, get me up there to meet that genius.
I know. The Diana line was like out the, you know, it wasn't as long as Fairfax, but it was pretty long. Like we would have been there for a little while.
And you know what? I feel really bad because I'm like, oh my God, like he really doesn't want to be doing this. He's been here for days doing Comic-Con and now this, and like they probably just want to go home bad.
I know. But we were, like Carol said, we were really lucky. Like we just, you know, we went into the lunch and like happened to sit down and like, oh, there's like the Starz people standing around at the next table. Awesome. You know, oh, here's this short line to meet Ron. Okay. So then we had to leave because Carol and her family were like going off to a little trip. And
a little trip.
So some McKittrick person was like, oh, well, you can take the back elevator. And so we go over, that's great, whatever. We go over and a couple of other people are there too. And who shows up to take the back elevator but Ron Moore?
Tracey and I are standing there. There was like one or two people there. And all of a sudden, here he comes. Down this darkened hallway to take the freight elevator with us.
So there were, you know, and like maybe, what, like 10 other people? 8
Well,
other
they
people?
started coming down the hallway and everybody had the same look. So we get on the elevator and they're like, they kept saying like, move in. They needed to get
get closer to Ron
as
Moore,
many people
Tracey,
on.
Carol. Get closer to him.
Yeah. Tracy's standing like where you were here. I'm here. I'm like, I'm standing next to Ron. I can't. I'm not going to push the man into. You know, it's bad enough he probably thinks we're all a bunch of stalkers. So he looked a little frightened.
But eventually it's like, all right, well, they're telling us to. Sorry.
Right,
you know?
right. So we all get in the elevator, and I am like, Carol.
Well, I asked him about his kilt first.
Yeah, but I'm like, I'm never going to get this chance again. Anybody who knows me, who is an Outlander fan, knows that I have been saying for years that I would love to see Dougray Scott have some type of a role in Outlander. I wish, I kind of wanted him for Dougal, but whatever. Not complaining. Lord, I am not complaining. And so I was like, okay, I have Ron Moore, who did Mission Impossible 2 with Dougray Scott. So I said, and I've seen it a million times. I dragged my husband to see it on opening night on a Wednesday. And I was like, I have to tell you, I said, first of all, I really enjoyed Mission Impossible 2. I've seen the movie a lot of times. And he kind of was like, you have? I don't think he gets that a lot. I think he's so used to Battlestar Galactica that he's not really used to people going, I love Mission Impossible 2, where Tom Cruise stood on the Tom Cruise box.
We should have been like, did you save the Tom Cruise box? Oh, no, you don't need it now.
So I say to him, just curious, maybe have you ever thought of putting Dougray Scott in Outlander since he's Scottish? And Tracey, you're gonna have to tell me what he said at this point because I was so.
He's like, oh, he did one of those like.
It was total poker face.
You never know. Maybe down the road.
It was total poker face, but I sort of got a little something from that. I was like, all right, either we have a few options here. Either he's never thought of it and is like, oh, not a bad idea, or he's totally thought of it and maybe they've made a phone call, or he can't stand him from filming Mission Impossible 2 for some reason. So that was fine. It was cool. I was like, yes, Carol, you went to the man on top and you told him your idea and that's awesome. And what do? I totally ruin it by doing an impression of Dougray Scott in Mission Impossible 2.
Why don't you do it for us, Carol?
No way. No way.
If it's good enough for Ron Moore, is
oh
it
my
not
God.
good enough for us?
And then as it's babbling, verbally vomiting out of my mouth, I realize, oh my God, this is a bit of a risque nature, what this quote is from Mission Impossible 2.
I didn't even know that.
Oh. And he, afterward, I swear, he was kind of like, and then like couldn't wait to run off the elevator. I was like, oh, why did I just end it? Why did I have to do that? So anyway, that's my sad little story.
So
Ron Moore in an elevator.
Awesome. What? Say that again?
I said that's my sad little story about meeting Ron Moore in an elevator.
I did tell him that he will have to save his kilt to wear when he accepts the Emmy for Best Drama.
I did hear that.
He liked that idea.
Yes.
Like,
baby.
ooh, you're right.
Right. All right, moving on.
So we've had a lot of casting news lately.
Gillis. Which Tracey and I'm not posting stuff on the blog. We are not posting stuff on Twitter, Facebook, anything until we get confirmation.
Yes. Yeah.
Ever since the Sam Hewen debacle where we sat around for days.
There's a name out there for Jenny right now, but I haven't heard Starz. If it doesn't come from Starz or Diana, I don't post it.
And she's on IMDb.
Jenny?
Yeah. And it says one episode.
I gotta hear it from Starz or Diana. But I've signed up for like Starz press releases, and I got a press release about, and I'm going to butcher this too. It's a Lottie Verbeek.
Not even trying.
I just want to say verbatim, but it's
maybe her brother will email us too and tell us to pronounce her name.
Or Vanderbeek. Is it Lottie Vanderbeek? Was she on the creek? No. No, this is cool. So I get a press release today, and I don't really know that much about her, except for she's in the Borgias, which I never watched, so I don't know.
You know what? And I am like ripe to watch the Borgias. Like that's the type of show that I would totally watch. And I think I watched an episode, but I had so many of them, like these period pieces at that time that I was like, I'll go back and watch this later.
Yeah.
I also didn't need any more reason to be like annoyed with the Catholic Church. So I'm Catholic, by the way. If anybody
I didn't even know that was what it was about. But So in this press release, they say that she is currently filming. She's playing the Dutch assistant in the Fault in Our Stars movie, which I read over the summer when I was on vacation, and I was like, oh my God, Carol, you have to read this, which I haven't done probably since Outlander. The book was great. I loved it. And that's a fabulous part. And, the psychotic author that Peter Van Houten or whatever his name is, Harrison Ford is playing that, which is so good because Harrison Ford is like all crotchety and mean.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's like, isn't that great casting?
Oh my God, it's awesome.
I know.
I saw like somebody like more like a James Woods or something, but
James Woods is maybe, but I think Harrison Ford is fabulous. But she's having a year. She's having a damn good year.
Oh yeah.
And who else? We have a Wakefield. Who was in? Wait, he was in
4 Weddings and a Funeral.
He was in Sense and Sensibility. Now he doesn't have a huge part in Sense and Sensibility, but he plays. Okay, you know how there's the sisters, like the 3 sisters. There's Emma Thompson and there's
Kate
Winslet, and there's the littler one. Then they have a brother who's like their half brother, who's married to like, I guess Hugh, what's his name's sister, or whatever. That's who he played, I think. So he's
I have to look that up.
He's in that, and who else? Anybody else?
Oh my God, sorry, it's been a long week. We have to do a separate video just for casting.
I mean, I will say I am starting to get to the point now where like the names are sort of running into each other.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm still Tracey predictions, leg hair. We're not going to know her, are we?
No.
Do you have a vote?
No, I don't think we're gonna. I don't think. I mean, will she be a token famous gal? No. Will Jenny be? No. Will Ian be? No.
Juno Temple, too famous?
Yes, and not Scottish. They're really going with the Scots here. They're or from the UK. I mean, I haven't seen any Americans being cast in this.
Claire's from Ireland,
right? But like she's like
Juno Temple's British.
British Isles, say.
Right? But Juno Temple's British.
Oh, really?
See, that just shows you how good she is that you didn't even know.
I don't really know. I mean, I know her from like stuff that you know her from, but
anyway, she's awesome. She's awesome, but I think she's too big. She does so much. She works so much that I don't think she.
No, she's not gonna be in it. She's not gonna be in it. She's too big.
She's not gonna be able to sign on to a series. I doubt she'd want to at this point sign on to a series when she's always all over the world filming films. I
would think like somebody like an Alec you could maybe get as like a bigger name. But I think you're gonna get like a lot of these people who've had like smaller parts in in interesting stuff. I'm surprised there haven't been more Harry Potter alums in Outlander. I don't know that there's anybody from Harry Potter.
The thing is they have to want to sign on. For
yes and no. I mean, like the majority of parts are not, unless Jamie, Claire, Jenny, Ian. Gillis is not even in the next book. She's not in the next season. She's not until season 3.
Until she's a totally different person.
Well, she's gonna have to like eat a couple cheeseburgers, I guess, between now and then. But whatever. Leg hair, same thing. Like she's not even in. She's in like half of this one.
My God, I don't know why, but that casting is what I have waited for. It went like this in this order: Jamie, Claire, leg hair. I don't.
It's not a big deal for me. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Huge deal for me. Can't wait.
I would like to get this Jenny confirmed and see the Ian too, but
she's got some dark eyes. This one, huh?
What, the Jenny? I don't even look at them until they're confirmed. I don't even look at them.
Oh, Tracey, she looks great. I hope it's her. I have to look up some video of this girl. I don't know a thing about her.
It probably is, because most of these rumored castings have ended up being true, but I just, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable going out there with it until it's, legit. So. Okay,
I feel like we're missing a million things, but we have to wrap this up. So let's do another one. Oh, Tracey, are we going out this weekend? We'll totally do one on Saturday for you guys.
Oh yeah, well we have to talk to Third Sister Jill because it was Patar and Randy's anniversary this weekend, or this not this weekend, like Monday. So we had to take them out for their anniversary. Okay, very quickly. So we were lucky enough to get a T-shirt out of the deal on Saturday. We were lucky enough to get a signed copy of the book of Outlander, signed by Diana and
Tracey,
Ron.
that picture of yours got a gazillion likes.
Oh, the autography one?
On Facebook, that picture of you in the T-shirt got a ton of likes.
Oh, I know. I saw that too. We got these water bottles, but also, in addition to getting to say hi to Diana and getting to meet Ron and getting to meet all the cool Starz girls, we saw so many people who we either have gotten to know through the Outlander world or we met a lot of new people that we, had talked to online or whatever. So, I mean, that was a really good thing too. That was...
Yes. And you know what? I posted on the blog. You need to read my blog post and see if I forgot. I know I'm forgetting people.
I know.
I posted which blogs, this one, that one, blah, blah, blah. But you got to look at and tell me if I'm missing anybody because I know I am.
I think you said all of the ones that I said too. It was, Outlander Book Club, Outlander Fan,
right.
Singular.
Right.
That's normal. It's fun.
Outlander TV News.
Outlander TV News.
That's normal.
Who's doing?
Hey, and let me throw a shout out.
What?
Let me throw a shout out. We were so happy to see our friends Julie and Carla. And I have to give Carla a special apology because I am so sad that I didn't get to spend any time with her other than before we went inside. Once we got inside, everybody got in their seats, and then it was lunch, and she was way across the room, and I never even saw her again.
Right.
So, Carla, girlfriend, I just wanted to say hello, and we're hanging soon.
Right.
And Julie, you're hilarious. That's all I have to say.
But I think we're both. You know, it was so much fun. But I think I think I'm ready now for like a nice little lull. You know, now we're cast. Now, like things are rolling with the show.
We're not going to get it.
Diana's in final frenzy with the book. So it's kind of nice to like be able to breathe a little bit.
I don't think we're going to get a lull. I think that it's going to still be so crazy online that I don't see a lull in sight.
Well, I hope there is.
I know, me too. I need a lull.
Get more sleep. Oh my God.
I need a lull. So everybody just chill and make some Xanax and read a book. Read Outlander again.
Yeah, that's another thing we have to do too. Well, first of all, we should do some sort of video or something with those guys who are reading Echo. Because you know who's reading Echo? Not Tanya, Donna, and a bunch of other people. But you and I need to read Outlander again. We do, and you need to blog it.
Yes, and I did, by the way, find out that I did blog when I reread it. I did blog about Outlander. I just have to go through and find the posts, and I'll add them to my reads page. Right. And I also updated the playlists, which are they're really clear and concise now, and you can find samples of all the songs, and you can go onto iTunes and play them, buy them, do whatever you want. It's kind of cool.
And thank you so much for being our follower on Twitter. It's awesome. But like us on Facebook too.
I can't hear you.
I said like us on Facebook.
Like us on Facebook.
Yes. And if you don't follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitter. We are starting Instagram now. We got a lot of new followers on Saturday from Instagram, so we're on there too.
Right.
And I guess that's all. So
that's all, folks.
We'll have to do another one of these soon where we're actually drinking wine rather than,
this weekend, hopefully. We'll discuss.
We'll see.
All right, everyone.
All right, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.